think what's missing is the banking industry, and it's huge, and the real estate industry, okay, the NAR, which I'm a member of, but I have to be because I'm a realtor and a real estate agent in Florida. But they have brainwashed people all their lives. We did a study that said, how do you buy a 2-unit, a single family, or a 4-unit? And the study said 90 some percent of the time, you got to go to the bank. That's brainwashing. You got to go to a seller that's willing to sell.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Real Estate Pros podcast. I'm your host, Michelle Kesil. Today, I'm joined by someone I'm looking forward to chatting with, Mark Canfora, who is the founder and director of Bank Busters, helping mentor to support investors in starting to buy real estate. So excited to have you here, Mark.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think our listeners are going to take something away from how you're approaching supporting investors through creative financing. So let's dive in.
Okay, sounds good to me, Michelle.
Awesome. First off, for those who are not familiar with you and your world, can you share what your main focus is?
Our main focus is locating properties with sellers directly. We don't go through traditional banking or real estate venues. We may find a real estate agent that knows creative financing, but it's very rare. So we negotiate directly with sellers. We put a contract together and we get the keys. It's as simple as that.
Great. And are you operating nationwide?
Well, through our mentoring program, yes, thanks to social media. We've got a website, bankbusters.org. We've got a YouTube channel, Mark Canfora, Bank Busters. You can see testimonials there of successful clients. And it really explains in a 1 or 2 minute testimonial what we do.
Awesome. How did you get started with Bank Busters?
In the early 90s, about 35 years ago, I fell into the program. I was in between housing in my early 30s. I'm 67 now. And I found a seller that told me he would sell me his 4-unit without a bank. So I did my own investigation. Back then, you went to the library. You didn't go on the internet in the early 90s. So I learned about this by just happening to come by a seller. And when I bought the 2,500 down on the 4-unit, so I didn't have a lot of capital, he was very nice. He said to me at the end, I always wanted to be the bank. Thank you. So there are reasons why sellers will be the bank. They don't need capital gains. They want continued payments, but they don't want to be a landlord anymore. There's a lot of landlords out there whose children or family is not in the business. They don't want to be in the business. They don't really need the money, and they just want a payment. So there's a big niche and there's a big market for us. And I bought 2 different properties on the same day. I contacted the seller at 9 a.m, went out to the property at lunchtime. I located it, negotiated it, contract, and keys. We call it 3.5 easy steps to buying real estate without a bank. I located it, made a call, negotiated a little bit on the phone. They were willing to talk. I went out there, had my contract with me, filled in the blanks, and they handed me the keys. So what was their circumstance? They were being transferred to Indiana. They had 2 mortgages. He didn't want to leave his wife and kids behind. A lot of reasons why. So we filled a void, and they were happy and we were happy. So yeah, same day transactions can take place. They're rare, and I've done it twice, and I documented it in some of our seminars. Well, I'll pick up the phone and I'll negotiate properties on the phone.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
That's kind of rare in the real estate investment industry. Typically, you go out, get some quotes, see what it's all about. And in this case, I try to keep my risk down, very little down payment, and that's the only risk that we have. So ROI, our risk on the investment, is very low, but the upside is very high. So that's what we do.
Awesome. And are you currently investing still?
Yes. As a matter of fact, if you can see this, I'm in Panama City Beach, and I purchased this condo with no money down. This is my little condo on the beach, and the seller wanted some down payment, and we worked out a transaction where I had nothing down and just basically took it over. So yeah, I'm still active in the business at age 67. As a matter of fact, I teach this, and honestly, I'm one of the better ones at this in the nation. I bought the bank building in my hometown with $6,000 down. I bought an 8-unit in the neighboring town with $10,000 down. I bought a lot of single family and duplexes for $2,500 to $5,000 down. Never in my 35 years, and I'm proud of this, have I put more than $10,000 down on any real estate transaction. I mean, that's in 35 years. Think about that. Most investors, the banks say, you need 30% down on this $200,000 property. That's $60,000. And I say, that's the traditional brainwashing of the banks. And we say, with $60,000, you can buy 6 properties, 5,000 down, 5,000 for minor repairs, 6 properties for 10,000 each. Investors should at least look at this. Wouldn't you agree?
Definitely. Can you expand on how you make that possible?
We make it simple. It doesn't need to be complicated. Locate. Okay, we're locating a property. We talk to the seller, negotiate. Okay, we got a potential. We go to the property or we work it out online. We get it on paper, contract, and then we get the keys. That's it. Now, will all sellers do this? No. Some of them will, some of them won't. But it's like anything else. The more you step up to the plate, the better chance you have of hitting a home run. And that's what we teach, repetition. So we have the tools. I have an e-course, audio book, ebook, all very simple. I use my testimonials over the last 35 years with real life contracts and deals. So it isn't like a bunch of, real estate BS. These are real deals that I have done that people can look up on the internet.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
Awesome. Can you expand more on how people can get started and have success in the similar way that you did?
Well, what they can do is actually go to our school that that's called school is SKOOL. So Bankbusters School, and they can sign up there. It's free on the membership page, and then we'll reach out to you about joining.
Yeah. Do you want to share for the audience maybe some tips so they can start?
Yes, I would say get a mentor. This is not for the faint of heart. Negotiating a $500,000 or $300,000 transaction, okay, that's just not something you should do alone without instruction. So that's why they reach out to us for the mentorship, and you can avoid problems and mistakes and, big costly errors. There's so much involved with real estate that you have to be careful.
Definitely. So, what are some of the creative ways that you've been able to finance your properties?
Well, let's put it this way. The 8 unit was 10,000 down. He wanted 15. I offered him 10. It was in a little bit disarray, like the tenants were flushing their toilets with the chain in 4 of the units. The father-in-law had passed away who did maintenance. So they wanted out. They were motivated. So I offered them 10 grand down, but no payments for 3 months. Okay. I used time and a little bit of money, fixed them all up, got them rented, got my 10,000 back for 90 days, and then made money for another 6 years. So my ROI on that is 10,000 down, which is the most I've ever put down. And that example is on our school. All the details are on the school. You can look at the 8 unit, and it shows you that it can be done. So they deferred for 90 days. I got my money back. It was very creative. So there are a lot of ways to be creative. We teach that, how to be creative with your offer, how to be creative with your contract. And then, of course, we have 4 contract templates we give in our program, 2 for being a buyer, 2 for being a seller. So there are different protections involved. So you want to be protected when you write a contract. And then at the same time, you always want to get legal advice. You don't want one mistake, a realtor's contract, a seller's contract that could mess you up, so, but we're there to guide you. And you can go on our school wall, ask questions. I do a question and answer every Friday at noon Eastern time. So we're a good group to be a part of.
Yeah. What makes you different from all the other groups out there?
I would say the niche that we're in, very little or no money down. Never have we put more than 10,000 down. And most real estate investors are tired of putting 20% down on a 300,000. That's 60 grand down, 100 grand down. They don't have to do that. You can take the same amount of money that you have and invest it in individual properties, each one separate. And that's how we are different.
Amazing. What are you most focusing on now in your business?
I want to grow the group. I want more testimonials. I've got about 15 powerful ones. Tony was a truck driver, always wanting to get into real estate. He has 8 properties now, probably more by now since his testimony. Curtis was homeless, had a new baby 8 years ago. He paid his house off in 7 years. Okay. Pat was bankrupt. So here's what traditional lending says. Oh, you went bankrupt or you have student loan debt. You can't buy because of that. Well, that's a lie from the pit of banking hell, because you can go to a seller and buy. You don't need to rent for 5 years or 7 years. You need to rent with the right to buy. So then you clean up your credit, clean up everything, and then you buy the property instead of wasting money on rent. You might as well take that rent money and throw it in a fireplace and burn it, because you have no equity, no rights in the property. You can write a similar agreement where you have the sole right to buy that property. Seller can't sell it, and you're the one that can buy it according to the terms. It's a good program.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Awesome. Is there certain levels of the program?
Yes, there's just an introductory basic where you get the course and the book and everything. And some people who want to go on their own, that's fine. I don't recommend it, but some investors are very sophisticated. They may not need help or they understand what I'm doing. But the real program is the mentorship, where you have access to me. You know, you can set up a call if you got an urgent question on a contract. You can call me. Now we don't give legal advice. Of course, we're not allowed to. We're not attorneys, but we can make suggestions. So you want someone on your team that can do that for you. It's worth it. I mean, think about it. You become a mentee, and you have someone with 35 years experience as a real estate broker, agent, investor. I've invested all my life, and a mentor. You know, it's like you have someone at your beck and call that knows real estate like most 99% of America don't know.
Yeah. What do you feel that's missing that people don't know?
I think what's missing is the banking industry, and it's huge, and the real estate industry. Okay, the NAR, which I'm a member of, but I have to be because I'm a realtor and a real estate agent in Florida. But they have brainwashed people all their lives. We did a study that said, how do you buy a 2-unit, a single family, or a 4-unit? And the study said 90 some percent of the time, you got to go to the bank. That's brainwashing. You got to go to a seller that's willing to sell. Okay, you can go to the bank later on within the first 36 months or 60 months. We set the closing date. We set when we go to the bank. We set when we decide to use a realtor. Okay, we decide that. But there's a brainwashing that's going on in America about lending that they don't want you to know. Why would the bank want you to know about owner financing when they can't make points on the deal? Why would the real estate agent want you to know about owner financing when they don't get a commission? I mean, I need answers to those questions. I think anybody would. Now, let's say this. Now it's a buyer's market in America, the first one, best one in about 25 years. Expired listings are 8 to 1, 10 to 1 right now. Why are they expired? Because they're overpriced, covering real estate commissions, covering costs. If a property's worth 400,000 and you got it listed for 450, good luck, because your 50,000 covers your realtor and your closing costs and all of that. Okay. You don't have to go the traditional way. You can be creative.
Yeah, that's exciting and awesome for people to have those strategies.
Well, what's exciting too is they have options. If they go the old way, their only option is to go to the bank and the bank says no. Okay, when do you want me to come back? When my bankruptcy's discharged in 7 years? Okay. No. You go to a seller and say, "Listen, I'm paying 2,000 a month rent. I wanna give you that and have part of the rent money going towards me buying it. I'm cleaning up some you be honest with them. I'm cleaning up some credit. I got a great job. I make 80,000 a year. My wife makes 60 or 80,000 a year. We make good money, we just can't go to the bank." That's the education part, the negotiation part. Then the seller says, "Yeah, you do have a good job. You're self-employed. Yeah, you did go bankrupt, but life happens. You need a break." And there are a lot of landlords out there that will give you a break. Trust me. They've been doing this system long before I did. The ones that are in their 80s or 90s. You know, I'm 67, but I've been doing it 35 years. Obviously, it works. And obviously, I like it because I've been doing it that long. So, yeah, people need to look at this. I like doing the opposite of what the institutions want us to do. They just want us to be like sheep, follow the line and do what they say. No, you can't buy. Yes, you can buy. You got to qualify. You got to have this credit score or that credit score. Oh, our FHA won't work, but this, well, no, you got turned down. Sorry. Bull crap. Okay, we do no bull real estate. I like to say that. It's no bull because we show you how to do it. I mean, it happened for me. The guy says, "Give me 2,500 down." I thought he was going to rip me off. I went to the library, studied it, looked up the law in Ohio. I mean, my whole story is on our school. It's beautiful. But the reality is I got educated. Now, that's when the light turned on for me in the early 90s. 35 straight years. In my hometown, I bought the bank building, 3 stories, historic, 6,000 down. I bought the hospital. I bought the nursing home. I bought 2 units, 4 units, and 8 units, all with owner financing. I own properties all over our downtown area, 1st Street, 2nd Street, 3rd Street, you name it. So the truth of the matter is talk's cheap. Okay. The reality is what we show. We show these deals. I don't hold anything back on the school and on YouTube. And I'm proud of it. I'm older, I don't know how much longer I've got as far as my life is concerned, but I want to share this with the youth and with the people that have been taken advantage of or abused by the system. So that's why we do what we do.
Amazing. What an awesome perspective you have.
Well, I like being positive. We have a choice, right? We
As
can be
you should.
positive or negative. We can
Yes.
love or hate,
Yes, definitely.
So I'm a firm believer in love and compassion and serving. I've been in the ministry for 30 years, helping the poor, helping people that have lost children. I have a ministry called We've Got Hope.org, and we help people that have lost children. My
Yeah.
18-year-old son passed away 20 years ago,
Mm.
and he would be 39 now. He was 18. So I knew then I was coming out of street missions into bereavement
Yeah,
because it's such a horrific thing.
of
So
course.
I've written a book called Alive in Heaven. It's free. It's on YouTube, audio. We've Got Hope. You can Google that and you'll see what we do. But that's my real passion. I used to have,
Amazing.
yeah, that's my real passion. Real estate pales in comparison to helping
Yeah,
that brokenhearted mom and dad
of
because it's
course.
devastating,
Of course.
absolutely devastating.
Of course.
So, yeah, life has been a tough journey, but I have my faith and I have my family and I have my friends.
Yeah.
And that's all. You can't buy that with money.
Awesome, Mark. Thank you so much for sharing everything that you do. Before we wrap up here, if someone
Yes.
wants to reach out, connect, learn more, where is the best place to find you?
Well, I think right now the best place is Bankbusters School, SKOOL. It's a platform where we educate and teach. You can become a member there for free to get more information about the mentorship program and other options.
Perfect. Well, appreciate your time and your perspective. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much. You did very well. Very professional. Thank you.
Of course. And for the
Have a,
listeners that are
yes.
tuning in, if you got value, make sure you've subscribed. We've got more conversations coming, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.